Well, in the 1960s, Richard Beeching was commissioned by the government to conduct a review into the efficiency of the nationalised railway system. And the so-called Beeching review led to the closure of something like 5,000 miles of British railway and up to 55% of the stations. And Usk was one of those stations which was closed as a result of Beeching's review. And so I'm here today at the site of the old Usk Railway station. I'm going to walk across the bridge shortly, take some photographs of the River Usk leading into the town. But I'm also at the entrance to the railway tunnel that once carried trains into Usk. Such a shame in many ways that those stations have now all gone. But it is a remarkable feeling to be standing here on the site of the old railway tracks that once would have been a hive of activity, bustling in and out of Usk, which was a market town. So I shall go and investigate, and we'll see if I can get inside the tunnel. Well, that was spooky, I have to say, but very, very cool. The tunnel is quite unstable now, and there's a lot of water coming through it, so I'm not going to linger in here, but amazing sight. Part of our industrial heritage. Amazing. So you can see the tunnel there behind me. And I've come out onto what I assume is the railway siding now, where the trains would once upon a time have pulled in. So if you want to know what something like 70 years of nature regrowth from a standing start looks like, you've got a good example of it here. It looks like quite a lot of, as you'd expect, birch trees. They're usually the first to colonise areas like this, and then there's quite a bit of what looked like rhododendrons as well. Anyway, all very interesting and quite atmospheric, and we're going to see what the view gives us across the bridge back into Usk as we go through these new woods. Tracks would run along this route here, and then through the gap in the trees ahead over the bridge, and then on up through the Usk Valley. Well, I've come out this morning to Llanbadoc, site of St Madoc's church, again very close to Usk, and this church is famous for one reason in the main, and that is that Alfred Russel, the co-discoverer of the theory of evolution with Charles Darwin, was baptised here. He lived in this part of the town of Usk for 5 years, and it's a beautiful cold morning. I'm down by the river, and I'm hoping to catch some gold crests down here, because there are lots of beautiful old fir trees, conifers in the churchyard, and that's prime gold crest location. So oh, some ducks flying by. I think I might have seen a smee this morning flying over the river, which, if that's true, that would be pretty special. Beautiful black and white duck, but those are just mallards. So I'm going to go into the churchyard now, and I'm going to see if I can find some gold crests. I think I can hear them up in the trees. So it's a beautiful day. I'm looking forward to a successful morning, but we shall see. As ever, you never know. I've decided to head back towards the church, St Madoc's Church. This is the Usk Valley, obviously the River Usk running along beside me, and it's a valley with lots of different habitats. One of the most curious is the mistletoe, which grows in profusion here on lots and lots of the trees. You can probably see mistletoe growing behind me in that tree, and mistletoe is a parasite. And the berries contain the seeds, and the mistletoes eat the seeds, and their picking of the berries and their various activities on the tree allows the mistletoe to spread. And just around here there are so many trees which are completely full of mistletoe, and of course this time of the year there's a lot of legend and history with mistletoe, and it's just lovely to see, because it's a special time of year, Christmas. This has been a hard year for everybody, and there's something very heartwarming about seeing the mistletoe just doing what it does, growing in profusion in the trees. Well, I've been here for a little while now, and it's absolutely freezing down here in this little dell. So the graveyard is very beautiful, but very, very cold. So I'm going to go up back alongside the river, and I'm going to try it on the other bank where the sun is out, because I need to get a little bit warm. It's freezing this morning. Anyway, well, let's see what we can find. No luck with a gold crest here. There are none about. And that's just the way it sometimes goes. We'll see what we can find on the other side. Let's go. Well, I've managed to find a mistle thrush. It's very high up. It's not the best shot in the world, but at least I found him, which is great. They're such beautiful birds. The largest European songbird. Beautiful. Well, it's a bit annoying. They've started doing some roadworks across the road, so it's a bit noisy. But the mistle thrush, interesting bird, was known in the south of England as the stormcock, and that's because, unlike many birds, it seems to be stimulated by bad weather, the wind and the storms, and will often sing from a high perch right at the top of a tree, right through the middle of a storm. They really are very striking birds, very pale colour, and that lovely speckled chest. One of my favourite birds, actually. And this one behind me is being a little bit elusive, not very many good shots, but I'm glad to have found it because it's nearly Christmas, and who wouldn't want to see a mistle thrush alongside all that mistletoe? Lovely. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that little trip round Usk, the bridge, the tunnel, and today the birthplace of Russell along by the banks of the River Usk. And you know, it's not been a absolutely awesome day or morning. I've really, I mean, the only bird of note really I've seen is the mistle thrush, but it's been hugely enjoyable as ever. And the weather's been quite kind, a bit cold to start with, but warmed up quite nicely now. So another lovely day, and time to go home and have a bit of a warm with a nice cup of coffee, I think. Until the next time.